What's going on, everybody? This is Afro Think Tank. Today I want to talk about how black people, and specifically I'm talking about African Americans, but black people in general, but we're talking about African Americans, we provide the best customer service in the world. We do. And there's a whole bunch of people, mainly us black folks, we always talk about how, man, black folks always want discount. Oh, customer service. They always want the this and that. It's not professional. This, we always talk trash, or we always kind of belittle ourselves as a community about our customer service, right? And the thing is, to each other, we may not think that we're always living up to the highest standards of customer service. It only takes one or two incidences that provoke a feeling of, oh man, black people. Because we black people automatically just say black people. Even if it was just Shirley, it was just Barbara, we be like, man, black people. But let's be honest, guys, black people give the best customer service. Why do we give the best customer service? Because we had to give the best customer service. You see, black people in America, right? We understood the situation we were in once we were, or during slavery and after slavery. We knew that, it's pretty windy out here, we knew that white folks were afraid of us physically. We knew that. We knew that white folks see us like the Hulk. They see black men like the Hulk. They see black women like She-Hulk, right? That's why white men need to be in posses when they confront a black man. That's why white women have to be in posses to confront a black woman. And you can see it all on TV. When it comes to a physical contest or a combative contest between black people and white people, 9 times out of 10, if they're both equally trained or not trained, it's the black person that wins, right? Black people understand that. And we also understand that they feel that way. That's why they need their guns, because that's their equalizer to combat the thing they're afraid of. And because we know white people are afraid of us, we've always bent over backwards to make them feel comfortable so that we don't have to deal with the backlash of what they're gonna do when they get scared. Because the thing is, people who are afraid are the most dangerous people in the world. People who are afraid are the ones who gotta walk outside with a gun all the time because they think that they need to protect themselves from an unknown threat. Those people are always afraid. People who are afraid will pull the trigger quicker than somebody who's not. Black people know that. So we have to step on eggshells. We have to make our big, bold, scary, intimidating presence less intimidating. So we do things like we smile all the time. When we communicate with them, we emphasize, and this is when we're like in our professional roles, we always emphasize, we try to make them as comfortable as possible. And we do this with every other group because every other group sees us the same way. Big, scary, intimidating beast of a thing. Something that they do not want to go toe-to-toe, one-on-one, right? African Americans, being West African, being of the same bloodline as Nigerians, we got that same energy, right? If we release that same energy during communication with Europeans, they get nervous, right? They get nervous. So we can't use the African American man can't use the same man testosterone, he can't use his masculinity against a European because they're gonna shoot us, right? No matter what, once they get nervous, that's it, because they're not fighting us. They're gonna shoot. That's like us walking up to some big ass giant freaking MMA. Like I'm gonna go up to John Jones and talk shit, right? Knowing he can whip my ass. No, I'm shooting John Jones. I'm shooting him a whole bunch of times. Matter of fact, if I gotta go see John Jones, I'm gonna get 50 of my closest friends. And we all bringing guns just in case the other one miss. We're gonna make sure we take him down. That's how they roll. So because we had to survive, and we had to do this, we've done this over 300, 400, 500 years. You're talking about, we have a discipline of how to make the white man comfortable. We even make sure we speak in a way to make the white man comfortable. We know how to make the white man come in, right? We know how to make the white woman and white man come in, right? Even though they're intimidated, and make them relaxed. And once we get them relaxed, then they're okay. We know how to create the environment, right? And we provide the most customer service in society, right? And this is where all black people come in on the play. Now, there's been many of videos that you can look this up, right? Where somebody would be, they'll take a child, right? And they'll do a social experiment where they'll make the child like look like he's about to get kidnapped or something like that, right? And they want to see how many people would try to intervene, how many people would just not mind their own business and jump into the business of the community when they see something that's obviously wrong, right? And this has been done several times over, right? And every single time you would see that some guy will grab the little girl, right? It's all staged. And then white people would just walk by. You know why? They don't have a sense of community. So they'll just walk by. They're like, well, that's not my problem. Huh, individualism, right? But every time a black person saw it, what would they do? They would intervene to the point to where they would attack. They would literally attack. They didn't let it slide. It wasn't even nothing to think about. It'd be two perceivably Pookie and Ray Rays, right? Because we always come down on the stereotypical, phenotypical Pookie and Ray Ray. But when Pookie and Ray Ray is called to action, right? When Pookie and Ray Ray is called to do something good, without hesitation, they step in and do it. Every time the black guy or the black woman went to stop a stranger from kidnapping a child, and usually it's a white child. They always get like a little white girl, right? The most precious thing, like on the planet, the little white girl, right? They figure everybody would go try to save the little white girl. But no, not the white man, not the white woman, but the black man and the black woman. Every time, always put themselves in danger, right? To protect that child, that unknown child, right? That's the kind of customer service we got. Look at France. Remember that time that building was on fire and there was a whole child like all the way on the 19th floor or something like that? What happened, huh? Well, everybody else was looking around, in France. It took an African who climbed up the side of the goddamn building, right, to rescue the goddamn. He climbed up the side of a damn skyscraper to get there and rescue the damn guy. Come on. We do stuff like that. We naturally, by default, when we get called to action to do something good, we do it. We know, right? We know these things. We just do it automatically. They don't do it automatically because we have a sense of community. So we do have good customer service, right? We are an asset to society just being there, right? Every time you hear white people talk about their first interactions with black people, what do you normally hear? Oh man, I went to the barber shop to get me a haircut. There's plenty of people, and man, I had the best haircut I ever had in my life. It seemed like that white man had pretty good customer service, right? Right, he was actually talking about the excellent customer service that he got. There's hundreds of videos of white dudes talking about their first interaction with black people and how awesome and great it is and how our customer service is better than their customer service. There are hundreds of videos of white people talking about in their communities, they don't give a shit about each other. That whiteness doesn't go very far. Like that whole that whole whiteness unity thing only happens in the moment in the conversation. But right after that, ain't no community in the white neighborhood. There's no community. They don't love each other or invest in each other. They say it out there on miles, but when they come to our community, they talk about, oh man, they're so great. They're so loving. They're so helpful. They so this, they so that. We got it all. So the thing is, we do have excellent customer service. We do have excellent professionalism. And in our businesses, we do have excellence. We do have high quality work being done. We do have consummate professionals. Matter of fact, if black people weren't consummate professionals, the federal government wouldn't work. Because it's the consummate professionals of African Americans who run the federal government in its administration. African Americans are consummate professionals because we have no choice. Because we, right, as communal people, we know that our community holds us accountable, right? Because that's just the way we are. And we always know that we got to represent ourselves the best way we can, because those white folks who've been judging us this whole time are looking at us, and we want to make sure we put on a good face. So we already got the customer service down. So yeah, we got some people that always want the family discount. That's part of community, right? There's good and bad with this whole community thing, right? Yeah, we got some businesses that could be a little bit more professional. Yeah, but there's also a lot of white businesses that could be a little more professional. There's a lot of Asian businesses that could be a little more professional. There's a lot of Indian businesses that can be a little bit more professional, that can have better customer service. Like everything that we down ourselves for lacking, same thing everybody else got. And the same thing everybody else lacking. But one thing we not lacking is customer service and professionalism. We have it. we just need to shine our, we need to concentrate our talents like a laser instead of like a flashlight. Right now, we like a floodlight, right? We hit that jump, boom, and then we shine everywhere, bright, right? But nobody appreciates the flashlight, right? It's just shining everywhere. They just use it and do their thing. But if we concentrate it like a laser, right, and start using our talents to do certain things, to concentrate on certain things at certain times, we can be a lot more effective, right? So I know there's usually black folks, you know, when they run out of content, they just jump to something negative. But it takes talent and a little bit of thought to really think, you know, about the positive that black people do. We got to talk more about the positive. If you think negative and everything you come out your mouth is negative and everything's bad, that's the kind of environment, energy you're going to create. If you think positive and you talk about positive things, that's the kind of energy and environment you're going to create. Speak it into existence, right? Highlight the good stuff. It's so easy to highlight the bad stuff. Everybody highlights the bad stuff. We got enough of that. Matter of fact, we are inundated with the bad stuff about black people. We are saturated with the bad stuff about black people. But there's like 1,000 times more good stuff about black people that people don't even waste time talking about. Why? Because there's not enough drama to get the YouTube algorithm to share it. It's not enough entertainment in the good side of black people. Nobody wants to talk about the good stuff about black people. Nobody wants to talk about that. They don't want to talk about the other side of the coin because it's just not entertaining enough. But luckily for you guys, I don't give two shits about that because I'm gonna talk about the good stuff because I feel like the good stuff is important. It's important to talk about the positive and good stuff because it holds just as not much weight as not more weight than all the negative stuff we like to talk about. Now, yes, we do have to talk about negative stuff to hold ourselves accountable, right? In a responsible and tangible way. But at the same time, don't neglect all the good stuff that we got going on because people need to know about that. We need to tell our own stories and start letting other people tell us about how we are when we damn well know how we really are in real life. All right? Anyway, that's all I got to say for now, guys. Afrothinktank, learn some, teach them. I'm out.
All right, I'm going to start this one off by saying I got a lot of black friends, okay? Most of them I got through playing football. They were my teammates. We've been to war together on the football field, love them to death. Now, with that being said, ever since I have had said friends, they have told me that I have a bad habit of putting them in white people positions. I do not fully understand what they mean, but they gave me the reference of like passing a cop on a 2-lane road because he's going underneath the speed limit. Apparently they ain't supposed to do that. It makes them nervous. Anyway, about a week ago, get a call from a buddy of mine. Play football together. Says, hey buddy, I want you to come to a cookout. Hell, you ain't got to hit me in the face with a wet mop. I like cookouts. So I show up to the cookout. All right. As I step out of my pick 'em up truck, I realize that the only 3 white things at this cookout is the salt shaker, the napkins, and me. All right. As I'm walking up, I am being greeted by his grandma and grandpa, and his great-grandma and grandpa, and his 47 cousins. All right, which there's no way for me to remember all these people's names. Anyway, there's a long table where the food, everybody's eating at, okay? They bring me over and set me down at the head of the table. I'm already really uncomfortable at this point because I don't know what's about to happen. Well, they say the blessing and I get up to go fix my food. Well, I was not aware that at a black cookout, you do not fix your own plate. They fix your plate for you. Now, they bring me a whopping Dixie plate that some bitch is rounded off like this with barbecue, okay? And I'm gonna eat it. Don't get me wrong, I don't waste food, I'm gonna eat it. So as I'm sitting there munching away, you know, just kind of getting my bearings about where I'm at, these 2 ladies walk up to me, 2 of his aunties, with 2 different potato salads. All right. They say, we want to get your opinion on which one of these is better. Now, apparently just because I'm white, I'm supposed to know the different calibers of mayonnaise. Well, I ain't finna piss nobody off at this cookout, okay? So I ate both of them, and I told them that they were just so damn good, both of them, I couldn't pick one. Now, at this current time, I am almost in a food coma because I've ate so much because I didn't want to disrespect nobody's cooking there. And then his great-grandmama, Mama T, that's what they call her, she comes up to me with what looks like a 5-pound piece of cherry pie. Now, let me paint a picture for you. I've got the meat sweats. All right. Got barbecue sauce on my shirt. I'm drifting in and out of consciousness. And she's bringing me a 5-pound piece of pie. Now, I saw Friday After Next. I know what happens when you disrespect somebody's grandmama. I saw what happened to Craig and Day Day when they disrespect somebody's grandmama. You ain't finna be chasing me through these pines because we way out in the woods at this cookout. I'm white, not stupid. So as I eat this pie, which I'm eating this pie because I ain't finna piss off nobody, especially the head woman there, because she's ranked up top. That's great grandma. You don't mess with her. I finish this pie and I drift off into a Caucasian psychosis of a food coma. Now I did just like this right here, just like this. I went, whew, I'm full. As soon as I lifted my head back up, the table I'm sitting at is no more food on this table. I don't know how long I was out for, but somehow I'm still in the same chair. I have been dealt into a high-stakes spades game at an all-black cookout besides me. What the fuck is going on? How did I get here? At what point in my life did I take this turn to take me to where I'm at? And now the cards is in front of me, and I got no idea how to play spades, okay? None. I got no idea. All right, I'm white. We played Go Fish and Cornhole. All we did, we got bored one day, literally did the whitest thing possible, walked out in the field, got some corn, took our pocket knives and cut it off the stalk, all right? Put it in a bag, went over there, found some plywood in the shed, cut a hole in it, put it on an angle, and we tossed it at each other. That's what we do. I have no idea what spades is. So as they give me the runaround idea what the hell is going on with this spades game, I look at my hand and I realize that I probably got a pretty decent hand. Well, they asked me, they said, Zach, how many books you got? Which they had just explained this to me now. I'm talking about just now. I said, it looks like I got 8 books. Apparently that is the wrong damn answer for your first hand of spades ever, because as soon as I said I got 8 books, 3 Glock 9s hit the top of the table. I've got every damn spade that you could possibly have and 3 other aces. Well, as I survived that round, I go to get up and one of his cousins come over and taps me on the shoulder and said, hey buddy, you wanna go throw bones? I don't know what they're talking about. I ain't got a shitting clue what they're talking about. But I ain't gonna piss nobody off. You gotta understand, at this point, I am in survival mode. I am not pissing not one person off at this cookout. I do whatever they tell me to do. If they want me to stand on my head and blow bubbles out of my ass, I will do it. Don't hurt me. Okay? Now, I did not know bones meant dice. I was leaning more toward dominoes, which I kind of knew how to play from the Elks Lodge. But apparently, bones means dice. I lost $36 so fast my fucking head was spinning. Okay? And apparently when they yell gator, that just code word for white man loses, because they just took my money and I just put some more down until I ran out of money. Which is fine. Made it through that one too. Now, as I'm slowly trying to make my way back to my truck, I went over to thank Mama T. You know, I thank my buddy. I thanked everybody on the way to my truck. And I've got my truck in my sights. I am zeroed in on my truck, trying to leave this place. Now, I get to my truck. I put my hand on my truck to go open it, and there's like a sense of relief that comes over me. Like I didn't piss nobody off. Nothing went wrong. I went, whew, I made it. Now, as I open my door, I feel a tap on my shoulder. I turn around. The whole damn cookout is behind me. Everybody there is right around my truck, with Mama T right there in the front and my buddy. And he looked at me, he said, hey buddy, next week's Mama T's birthday, you coming back? And I looked at him, bamboozled on what to say. And the only thing I could come up with was, you damn right I'm coming back, because that's the best damn barbecue I've ever had in my life. I don't know if you've ever been to an all-black cookout, but I'm going to tell you something. If you get the invitation, you better take that shit, because that is the best food you ever going to get and the nicest damn people. I was scared shitless. I ain't going to lie. I'm a big guy. I was acting like a little bitch. I didn't know what was happening. But at the same time, that's the most fun and some of the best people I've ever been around in my entire life. I'm going back next week. Bet. I told him, I said, y'all need me to bring something like some ice, because I ain't trying to cook with y'all. Y'all want some ice? Or like some, you want me to go get my little cousin Kyle that wears monster hats and shit? And bring him? You know, so he'll feel at home. He got wife beaters and stuff. What y'all need? They told me I couldn't bring nothing but myself, me, and I. Which I will be there.